Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert T. Kiyosaki is a groundbreaking personal finance book that contrasts two different perspectives on money and investing, embodied by two father figures in Kiyosaki's life. Here's a detailed look at the book's concepts and how it aims to change the reader's thinking about wealth and employment. Conceptual overview. Kiyosaki introduces two father figures: Poor Dad, his biological father, who is well educated and holds a traditional job, but lives paycheck to paycheck. Rich Dad, the father of his best friend, who lacks a formal education, but possesses a wealth of business acumen and financial knowledge. Through these characters, Kiyosaki discusses how each man shaped his thoughts on money and investing. The core message is that you do not need a high income to be rich. Rather, what matters more is your ability to manage money efficiently. Core principles. Financial education. Kiyosaki stresses the importance of financial literacy, which he argues is rarely taught in traditional education systems. He suggests that understanding how money works and how to make money work for you is the cornerstone of building wealth. Assets versus liabilities. One of the book's most fundamental concepts is the distinction between assets and liabilities. Kiyosaki defines assets as things that put money in your pocket, like investments, real estate, royalties, and liabilities as things that take money out, like mortgages, loans, and other expenses. He advocates focusing on acquiring assets rather than accumulating liabilities. The importance of investing. Investment is a recurring theme. Kiyosaki explains that the rich invest their money in stocks, real estate, and other ventures, whereas the poor and middle class tend to spend their earnings on liabilities and depreciating assets. Entrepreneurship. The book encourages developing an entrepreneurial mindset rather than relying solely on a 9-to-5 job for financial security. Kiyosaki believes that starting a business or investing in one offers greater control over one's financial destiny. Overcoming fear and taking risks. Kiyosaki discusses the fear of losing money as a major barrier to financial growth. He encourages taking calculated risks and learning from failures to advance financially. Criticisms and reception. While Rich Dad, Poor Dad has been immensely popular and influential, it has also faced criticism for its simplicity and the practicality of its advice. Critics argue that the book lacks detailed guidance on specific investments and sometimes oversimplifies complex financial concepts. Legacy and impact. Despite the criticisms, the book has sold millions of copies worldwide and remains a seminal work in personal finance literature. It has inspired many to rethink their approaches to money management and investment. Kiyosaki has continued to build on its themes with follow-up books and a series of educational tools and seminars promoting financial education. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is more than just a finance book. It's a call to change the way one perceives money and to challenge the norms of financial security and employment. Its enduring popularity underscores the appeal of its message of financial independence and entrepreneurial spirit. Robert T. Kiyosaki, born on April 8, 1947 in Hilo, Hawaii, is a renowned entrepreneur, educator, and author known for his best-selling book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He is recognized for his perspectives on money and investing that diverge significantly from traditional advice. Early life and education. Kiyosaki is of Japanese-American descent. He attended Hilo High School and later moved to New York to attend the United States Merchant Marine Academy, where he graduated as a deck officer in 1969. After his education, he served in the Marine Corps as a helicopter gunship pilot during the Vietnam War, an experience that earned him an Air Medal. Career beginnings. After his military service, Kiyosaki ventured into the business world. His early business career included selling copy machines for Xerox. In the late 1970s, he started a company that brought the first nylon and Velcro surfer wallets to market, which turned out to be a successful product at the time. Entrepreneurial ventures. In the early 1980s, Kiyosaki started a business that licensed T-shirts for heavy metal rock bands. The business faced challenges and eventually went bankrupt. This failure was a turning point, leading him to reconsider his approaches to business and investment. Financial education. Robert Kiyosaki gained significant recognition with the launch of the educational company, Rich Dad Company, which provides personal finance and business education to people through books and videos. The company is built around his Rich Dad philosophy, which contrasts traditional financial attitudes, the Poor Dad, with more entrepreneurial ways of thinking about money, the Rich Dad. Rich Dad. Poor Dad Kiyosaki's breakthrough came with the publication of Rich Dad Poor Dad in 1997. The book has been translated into dozens of languages and sold millions of copies worldwide. It is the first book in a series that covers Kiyosaki's philosophy on money, including his advocacy for financial independence and investing in real estate and stocks. Criticism and legacy. Despite his commercial success, Kiyosaki's methods and advice have been subject to criticism. Kiyosaki has written numerous books, given talks, and participated in seminars worldwide. His influence continues as he writes and speaks about finance and investing, aiming to inspire a proactive and financially independent approach to personal money management. Robert Kiyosaki's life story, from his military service to his ventures in entrepreneurship and his rise as a best-selling author, illustrates his philosophy of learning from failure and using knowledge as power in financial independence.